gonna take on the world. Standing up tall, we gotta make it our own. No waiting around. Winners would never look down. No one can stop us, we got it. The future is right in our hands. Give it 100%. We gonna take on the world. Yeah, we gotta move. Speaking the truth. Yeah, paying our dues. We making the news. Yeah, we hitting the roof. No, we don't wanna lose. Climbing and shaking the walls. We gotta break all the rules.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of the Jacksonville Jaguars Fan Battle Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Matthew Grieve, joined by co-host Cody. What's up, Cody?
What's going on, everybody? Top of the afternoon to you.
Top of the afternoon, sir. Welcome. How's your week going, man?
It's going good, dude. It's my birthday this weekend. So, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
How old will you be?
35. Halfway there.
Halfway to 70? What?
Yeah. That's when blanket ships go out.
Oh. All right. Well, we're just going to get down to it today. We had the schedule released yesterday. But before we talk about that, we had some other news coming out of Jacksonville. It's about the stadium update. You want to bring us up to speed on that, Cody?
Well, I mean, so Lenny Curry got on 1010 XL and talked about.
And who's Lenny Curry? Just for those that don't know.
Yeah, Lenny Curry is the mayor of Jacksonville, the current mayor that's on his way out. So, yeah, he got on 1010 XL and talked about stadium renovations. And he said that, the stadium has good bones. It has good bones. So people were thinking that they were going to pull a Miami and the stadium was going to get renovated, and the season was still going to play out in Jacksonville. But the way he was talking about it was that they're going to have to play somewhere else. And he said that they were looking at places in Jacksonville, but the only other stadium that we could think of was Hodges Stadium. And Hodges Stadium is basically like, a high school stadium with bleachers and stuff. It's completely outside. Jacksonville Armada played at Hodges before and had some success with it, but it seems way too accessible for rough and rowdy NFL fans, and not as big of a capacity as would be needed. So they're comparing it to like when the Chargers had to play at a smaller stadium, but that stadium that the Chargers were playing at had like a capacity of like 20,000, and Hodges is smaller, way smaller. So a lot of this was just like, what is our mayor even doing? Like, why is he even talking about this? It wasn't with the discretion of the Jaguars organization. We still haven't heard anything from their end, and it was like more like speculation than anything else, because nothing has been absolutely decided. But there's still like fun to talk about. So they were saying like potentially, Jaguars fans were coming up with theories, potentially using Orlando Camping World to play. And then Jacksonville Armada said that they were going to build a soccer specific stadium downtown. So that could be one of the potential spots. But right now, nobody really knows.
Yeah, I think what it will boil down to is what will help the Jaguars still be able to make money. So if they can have it at a high school football stadium and still get close to what they were making from in-game sales, I'm sure they'll play there. And I don't think security will be an issue. They'll do whatever they need to do for security purposes, but it'll boil down to money. So if it makes money sense to go down to Camping World for 2 years, which would suck for Jacksonville Jaguars fans, that would be horrible. I hope they figure something else out, but hopefully they figure it out soon, because I guess they're starting 2024 season?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Not this season, but the next, I guess. So, which is interesting because they're just now finishing up the indoor practice facility. So
right.
It's like, congratulations, and go to Orlando.
Yeah, get out.
So the biggest issue I have with all this going on is it's just adding fuel to those people that want to talk about those stupid rumors of us moving to London or something else like that. Right. We're not going to London. Shad Khan is very invested in the Northeast Florida area, and it's not going anywhere. So
yeah, and like as far as like some people were saying like why not just do a complete like renovation, or not like a renovation, but a completely new stadium. You're talking about like renovating a stadium that has good bones that's like 1.6 billion or whatever, to like creating a brand new one, which would be like 2-3 billion, and then like in the same area, whatever. And like there's history at that field, really good history. And I like where it's at, and I would enjoy if the area around that, like the riverfront and whatever, if that idea came to fruition later, so it's like I get where they're coming from as far as like, we're going to renovate this area because it's, it'd be cheaper, it would cost us less, and
right.
and them less or whatever. And, the history is there. So,
Yeah. Yeah. It's prime location with the waterfront right there and close proximity to downtown. The way that the interstate's fixed right there. You can get in and out of games relatively easy, right? I mean, it's still traffic's pretty crazy, but compared to other events that I've been to, large venues, it's actually pretty smooth exits out of after games and traffic. But
yeah, they did Daly's Place too already, so it's like
yeah,
they already invested a bunch of money into the stadium, like. And then they're going to invest more into the renovation. So it's like, what kind of sense would it make to be like, oh, we're just going to build this stadium, make it real nice or whatever, and then we're going to leave?
yeah.
The theories are like so stupid. It's like you could tell it's like just people from other NFL teams that just have no idea what they're talking about, and they're just trying to trash talk us.
Yeah, they hear it once and they're like, "That's it. That's the way it is."
They're like, "Oh, you don't have fans," and it's like, yeah, there's us doing this podcast. There's like, there's other people doing, same thing for the Jaguars or whatever. There was 70,000 people at our playoff game, with a stadium capacity of like 65. So it was like, it was sold out or whatever. Like we were making like, insane amounts of noise. Like people were getting the notifications on their Apple Watches and stuff. I could barely make it to my car, let alone drive home in the traffic. But like we have no fans. That's it's ridiculous, dude.
Ignorance.
Yeah, and there was a guy from Wales there. Like we have fans not only in Jacksonville, but in the world. Like
that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. All right, so I guess we'll move on to the big talk of today, and that is the schedule release that came out yesterday. The NFL has taken over everyone's calendar. I can remember years ago where pretty much once the draft was done, you didn't hear anything about football until the actual football season started. Now, NFL has strategically placed big events throughout the calendar year so that there's always football to be had. Whether it's on the field or off the field. And yesterday it was the calendar release. So without further ado, before we get started, I just want to give everyone a heads up. I know the schedule. I've looked at it. Cody, on the other hand, has not had a chance to look at the schedule. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna reveal week by week, and we're gonna get his immediate reaction and thoughts. On that game.
So I didn't look at the schedule on purpose because I wanted to live react to it, and it was insanely difficult, dude. Like that schedule release was everywhere.
Yeah. My wife even talked about it. She's like, "Hey, do you follow the Jaguars socials?" I'm like, "Well, yeah." And I said, "Are you talking about the schedule release?" And so, which was good because it brought up the conversation that I'd love to go to X Games, but I'll see what those games are. All right, here we go. Week 1. We are starting off the year playing away at the Indianapolis Colts. Take it away, Cody.
I mean, that's a dub. Anthony Richards' first ever game is going to play the division champs. Good luck, guy.
Yeah, welcome to the NFL, right?
Yeah.
So you're saying that's an easy dub?
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
And
I'll take it.
I don't even know if they would deny that. I mean, they probably would, just being like super fans or whatever, but
yeah.
I mean, they shouldn't. That just doesn't seem logical.
Yeah, so I'm right there with you. I think we get the win. Even if Anthony Richardson is some sort of stud, it'll be his first game in the NFL. So
Right.
It'll be a rude awakening for him and a dub for us. So, all right, here we go. Week 2, the Jacksonville Jaguars play
Wow.
host to the Kansas City Chiefs.
That's insane.
Reaction.
Getting the AFC Championship game out of the way, you know?
Right?
Yeah, this is this. I mean, we played the Chiefs last year in the regular season or whatever, and then we ended up playing them again. So it's just actually it's like part 2 Electric Boogaloo. It's like getting our revenge. I feel like the Jaguars probably gonna have more to prove in this game, especially at home.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be a fun game to watch. I might actually go to this one.
So what was your prediction?
I think it's gonna be close. But and I hope the Jags pull out the win. Get their wheels together in the first game, coming home with that dub under their belt, and then having something to prove in the at home against the Chiefs. Give me 1 second. Sorry, my daughter.
So what was your prediction? A win? You say close, but I haven't got a surefire answer.
So I think the Jags are going to pull this out. Yeah.
Okay. So we're starting off 2-0.
Yeah, 2-0.
Okay. I say we lose. I think
by like a close margin.
Yeah, I think it'll be a close game, but I think if both teams come in super healthy, I just think Patrick Mahomes, he does really he's a stud, but I just think early on in the season with everyone healthy, I think he gets the win. Now I think later in the season, once we're ramped up and have more experience under our belt, I think especially when we go play them in the AFC Championship game, I think we'll get the win then. But
I'm gonna start out last season hot, and then it kind of fizzled out or whatever during October. So and like Jawan Taylor is their
left tackle.
Yeah, and then Josh Allen has a lot of reps against him, like in practice and stuff. So
yeah, that's true. Okay, all right. So week 3, we move to home again, 2 weeks in a row. So we start off away, and then 2 games at home. We play host to the Houston Texans. Man. And CJ Stroud.
Didn't we lose last year when they came here? And everybody was like, "What do the Texans have against, like, on the Jaguars or whatever? Like, why does this keep happening?" Like,
you're back. Yeah.
What's up?
Oh, nothing. You're good.
Okay. So yeah, man, I don't know. Like, I feel like the Texans have some sort of kryptonite against us for whatever reason. Like, I hope we get it figured out, but this one's a dub in my heart. But I'm gonna say L because I haven't yet. So
yeah. All right. I will go the other route and say we get a dub. I think second year in the system. I think those fluke games that we lost before, we're gonna win.
The Texans cheat. Josh Allen says.
Oh, here we go. The Texans cheat. Yeah, I don't know what it is past few years. I know Josh Allen. I know he went to the game last year against the Texans, and he had nothing but horrible things to say about it. It was super hot under the sun, and they ended up putting up a dud against the Texans at home. As we all know, though, we beat them later in the season. So
yeah, in their house.
Vaseline on their jerseys. They're gonna need a lot more than that this year if they want to get a dub. The Texans, that is. All right. So week 4, you already know this one. This is we play host to the Falcons, but in London. So,
all right.
What do you think about this?
This is only interesting to me for the fact that Calvin Ridley gets to play against his former team.
That's true.
And we're not going to get to see that here. So I'm not really like I've seen I've watched the Falcons like play in in Duval a couple of times, whatever. They don't have like it's weird that they don't have like a good fan base that like travels. Like there was a decent amount of Falcons fans there, but if we play like the Cowboys or something like that, they come, or the Steelers, they show up. But Falcons fans just not as much or whatever. So I get it. I mean, put that over there or whatever. That's fine. And yeah.
Josh Allen says in the comment section from Facebook, says the Falcons have no QB. Jags by 50. Let's go. So I would say that I'm actually a big Desmond Ridder believer, but I don't think they have a team. So I think it's an easy dub for the Jags. And I think, like you said, I don't think Calvin Ridley has any like hatred towards the Falcons, but it's always nice to go up against your team that I'm sure somewhere deep down he'll dig out and say they didn't believe in me anymore. They gave up on me, right? Although I think most teams would have probably traded away him in that situation. So I put a dub. Did you say a dub as well?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, Calvin Ridley's going to be in the locker room watching one of those TikTok inspirational videos. They didn't believe in you. Show them.
Yeah. All right. So week 5, we stay in London, but we move to a different stadium, and we play away against the Bills.
Go on, you Spurs. Yeah, this one. So people were saying like, oh, at least we don't have to go to Buffalo. Which, I mean, I only agree because I don't really like, New York in general. But it's like, okay, so I was wondering how this was going to work too. Like, okay, we're already over there, so what are they just going to spend the week in England? And then some of these kids have never been out of the country.
Yeah.
So I mean, last time we were. Well, not last time. What was that? Remember when there was like some? Oh, that was there in the Urban Meyer era when there was some trouble in England. I just hope that doesn't happen. I hope that like they could just keep it together somehow, not get in any trouble over there. Keep it light, keep it fun. Get 2 dubs and then fly back home.
Yeah. So you say they're gonna dub?
Yeah, because the Bills are coming over, and they fly out a little bit before, so like jet lag's not like a super issue, but weather like acclimation, like there's all sorts of other stuff or whatever. As long as like the Jags keep it about business, I think that they're going to be, they're going to have some sort of an advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
So.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think. Especially when you're playing at an elite level like that, it's all about patterns and habits, right? And so the Jaguars were. I think they're pretty even coming in. Josh Allen, I think right now is above Trevor Lawrence, just the fact that he's been in the league longer. But I think we both have pretty good teams. And I think what will be the difference is we'll have more time there. So
right.
And here comes Josh Allen, another comment from Facebook. I'm sure they will be very controlled in terms of how they spend their time, lots of practice and photo ops, marketing events, etc. Yeah. Yeah, kind of what we all said. So
yeah.
So it's a dub. All right, here we go. We're going to move on to week 6, playing at home, host to the Indianapolis Colts. This will be the second time that we'll see the new look offense from the Colts. What do you think, Cody?
Yeah, they're going to show up and not have a good time, man. I just don't see them winning. Like, I just don't. I just can't even like wrap my head around them winning. If they do, I'm going to cry in the car. So, yeah, I don't have much else to say about them, whatever. They every other team in the AFC South has to get their stuff together, and they haven't yet. Like, even though they picked up some key pieces and things like that, whatever, I don't think and I don't believe in them.
Yeah.
And they could say whatever they want to. Like, Jaguars are the most put together team in the AFC South right now. And I'll fight you in the comments about that.
Yeah. No, I concur. So I'm right there with you. We could roll, honestly, historically speaking, we could roll me out there and we'll destroy the Colts for some reason. I don't know what it is. But I think that's an easy dub. On top of the fact that they'll have a rookie quarterback. Still getting his feet wet. So Josh Allen off of Facebook comment says AR can't hit the broadside of a Titans fan's mom. Jags by 50. So right now it's Jags by 100 against the Coats. All right, here we go. Week 7. Are you ready for this one? This is a good one. It's the Thursday night football. We don't have to play the Titans on Thursday night football.
Sweet.
Thank you.
And this is at Saints, so we're gonna be in Louisiana. Nice.
So what do you think?
I might actually try to go to this. I think that'd be fun, man.
Yeah. What do you think? What you thought?
So
now remember they have Derek Carr at quarterback.
Yeah. Dude, I don't get there's a lot of hate for Derek Carr or whatever, but he was on the Raiders for so long, so it's like, you know, I don't know like what they were giving him to work with. I mean, their organization wasn't that great, but like, and then like once quarterbacks go to the Saints, like Drew Brees or something like that, or whatever, you know, but that was a very specific situation. I just like Jameis Winston even did a little bit better with the Saints. People would say like in Tampa Bay, like, you know, that he was better there, but I just feel like in Tampa Bay he had some better weapons, some better protection and stuff like that. The Saints have like, man, I don't know. Like Derek Carr to me is like one of the most accurate quarterbacks in the NFL. So I think he gets his stuff together. I think he gets the Saints stuff together. I think the Saints make a good play for their division. And I think that we probably don't win this one.
Interesting. So we got an L.
Especially after what was the game before? Oh, the Colts. So wait, we go to London and then we come home to the Colts. Man, that's interesting. So they get like a little bit of a breather. I thought that there would be a bye somewhere in here.
Yeah, we're getting close to the bye. Yeah, I think we get the win. Just because I don't think the Saints are a good team. I think I'm kind of with you. Derek Carr is a better quarterback than most people give him credit for. He's one of those guys he's gritty and he's gonna lay it all on the field. But I think the only thing that might set us back is what you kind of just talked about. We're in London, and then we have to travel back home to the next week to Jacksonville, and then next week we're traveling, or I guess 4 days later we're traveling to New Orleans. So
yeah,
I think there's a possibility that we get tripped up, but I think with Trevor Lawrence and Doug Peterson, they'll be good, they'll be ready, and I think Josh Allen says Derek Carr is just an emo Ryan Tannehill. Jags by 50.
Tanny Hill.
Tanny. All right, next week. Here we go. So we're moving on from the Thursday night football, and we're going to play at the Steelers week 8. So that's a lot of movement, right? So
where's the bye?
We go London, and then we go Jacksonville, and then 4 days later we're in New Orleans, and then the next week we're in Pittsburgh. So, although with that Thursday night game we'll have 10 days layoff, so that'll give us some time off. What do you think? Kenny Pickett, second year.
Yeah, but he sucks.
They had a solid draft. Najee Harris.
I don't know, man. I still think we get the win for this. Even though that's a lot of moves, you know, I don't think anybody's going to have fresh legs at this. Yeah. Where is the bye? But yeah, I just can't get over like Kenny Pickett is not the answer for the Steelers. And like quarterback play matters. It matters a lot. Whatever. He reminds me of like, what was that guy from the Jets? Zach. Anyway, yeah, dude.
Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
I mean,
And then you had like Jets fans backing him or whatever, just because he's like a new name, new face, and all that stuff. Whatever. I feel like Steelers fans are doing the same thing with Kenny. Like, it's just like just because he's their quarterback, whatever, that they even there's a guy on Twitter, or whatever, that goes by Pickettsville and trash talks other NFL teams in the comments and stuff like that, and they need things like that because if it wasn't for people backing him up or whatever, I wouldn't even know who the quarterback for the Steelers is right now.
I think the problem is Kenny Pickett is probably the best quarterback out of that draft. And he's solid. Like, I think he's a solid starter. Do I think he's a world beater? No. Can he get them wins? I think so. But I think even with all the movement for the Jaguars, I think that 10-day layoff, and then again, Doug Peterson, I think he's going to have his team ready. I think we go in and eke one out. We get a win. I think the Steelers will come in with a good team. They're playing at home, so they will have that advantage. But I think we're just going to take that next step, and we're going to get the wins that really matter. And I think this is a win that really does matter.
I should also
that's a former foe of ours, right? So
yeah, I should also add that I hate the Steelers and I love beating them in their house. It's so
you put
fun.
a dub? You put a dub on there?
Yeah,
right.
For sure.
Cool. All right, so we'll move on to the week 9, the week that Cody has been waiting for.
The bye. Oh my God, there it is. we just ran through the gauntlet, dude. Wow, This is insane.
Right?
Even if I just went to vacations at every single spot, whatever, and didn't have to work, like I was still be looking forward to this. Oh my God, I could breathe now. Yeah. Wow, this is crazy. Week 9 is the bye.
Yeah, but that's good because then we're pretty far into the season. People can heal up. We've got London out of the way. We've got half of our away games out of the way. So it's going to be the first half. But again, as long as Doug will have the team ready to go. So, yay. Here we go, week 10.
49ers.
We host the San Francisco 49ers.
Go to Josh's comment.
I missed it. Sorry.
Here
we go. Please, God. Oh, Josh on Facebook comment says, any bad news happened during the bye? Reports that came out last year during the bye. Yeah. Listen, those reports helped make the stadium great again. So, see what I did there? Anyways. All right. The 49ers.
I think they win.
Who's there?
The 49ers. I think the 49ers come here and win.
Why do you say that?
They're just magical, man. Brock Purdy and Devo, and they have a solid defense.
Yeah.
They just seem to do this. Like they're probably going to need it too. I'm glad this isn't like I'm glad it's not going to be prime time or something like that. But yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know why. I just feel like it is. I feel like they're gonna. Yeah. I feel like they're gonna come here and eke out that dub.
All right, I have them getting a win again. I think we're at home. We've had a bye week. I think the 49ers will come in. They're year in, year out. They're a really solid team. But I think, if we truly are going to be taking that next step, which I think we are, we're going to get the wins that matters, right? So,
yeah. Hey, you're like breaking up a little bit on my end.
Okay, there, it's back. My bad.
Okay, all right.
My internet is crapping out. Okay, so I think we get the dub.
Oh, you think we win?
Yeah, I think we win. I think Doug Peterson, he's got this team on the right track. Bought in. Not only is the team bought in, but we're talented, right? Yeah, we're super talented, and I think we're hitting a stride. They just had a break. We get the win. So, on to week 11. Are you ready for this one?
I just wanted to say, like, like a buy isn't always like Josh said, whatever, a good thing. Stuff comes out, controversy happens or whatever.
Right.
Players get rested and things like that. But then, when you rest, you're going. People are like, oh, you're coming out there with fresh legs or whatever. Like, if I wake up from a nap or whatever, I'm not feeling great, and I'm not comparing it to like when I wake up for a nap. At these professional athletes get going in week in, week out, or whatever. But it's like I don't. It's not always like they got to get back into the rhythm of things or whatever too. And but 49ers is a huge test or whatever coming off of coming back into that rhythm, So we'll see.
Yeah, but I think that comes down to having a solid personnel, right? And I think Doug Peterson, I think he's a legit coach, and I think he'll have the players in the right mindset and ready. And you're right, it could go either way, right? Buys could be both positive and negative, and I think it's going to be more positive than it is negative. So
yeah,
here we go. Week 11, boom, hosting the Mayo Lovings.
Yeah, your internet's crapping out again.
Sorry.
There you go.
The Titans. So,
like I said, man, every team in the AFC South right now just does not have it together. And then we just ran through the gauntlet and then just came back off or whatever, and we're upset about the 49ers L, and we go in and just demolish the Titans in front of the home crowd to people waving towels. Jags will peel the Tennessee Banana Boys, Josh Allen says. That is facts, hard facts. Jags by 50.
Yes, the Jags will peel the Tennessee Banana Boys. I love it.
I think Tannehill is probably the quarterback for the Titans at this point. I think they tried Will Levis out there, and I don't think he does what they think he's going to do or whatever. And I think they put Tannehill back in by this time. But that's not going to matter because they don't have anybody to throw to. So
yeah, it's not going to matter. I think I definitely respect Vrabel. I think I like him as a coach, and he's going to have his team ready to fight. But I think it's just going to be talent, right? Our talent versus your talent. At the end of the day, we're going to win. Derrick Henry, I'm sure he's still going to ball out, but that guy is not getting any younger. And this is week 12 of the season, so. I say we get the dub. You say we get the dub too?
Yes.
All right. Next week, we are hosting. Oh, no, we're not. We are at the Texans.
Yeah, this is the win.
This is a win?
Yeah.
We're playing CJ Stroud again. So it's back-to-back weeks with a rookie quarterback.
Yeah, that's easy. I mean, like in this division, it's like these are the easy years or whatever. We definitely get we're definitely winning this division again. And I know like Texans fans right now are just like that's one of the only things that they could talk about. Like the Jags that never won back-to-back division champion, and I'm just like, you can't like this is the year. This is why I haven't been arguing with Texans fans about that, whatever, because like that's all been in the past. I'm talking about the future now. Like Our future is way brighter than So it's like it's something. I just when we win the division again, I'm just like gonna retweet and say bump under all those comments and stuff. That's the plan.
Yeah, I mean it's like the Patriots didn't have their dynasty until they had it, right? Like it starts somewhere. And this is our start. Here we go. Josh Allen comments, Texas fans acting like they won the Super Bowl based on draft picks. Yeah, remember those days, guys? Remember us as Jaguars fans were like, man, we had such a great draft. We paid a crap ton of money for these guys, yada, 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 and we're 8-8.
Not only that, but they like blew some future draft picks off of somebody that has potential. I mean, and it's like next year's draft is going to be like just as good. Or, there's a generational wide receiver coming out of the next year's draft that they could have like had a chance to pick up, whatever, but not anymore. Just because they blew it on this year's draft picks and stuff. And their team isn't even like fully put together yet. Like, oh yeah, you got a big name here and a big name there, whatever, based off of the draft and stuff. But like, is that it? I mean, you're going to try this whole team out there, dude. It's not just going to be these two big names you got. So, and especially like unproven names. They got Damian Pierce. Damian Pierce is good. They got one of the better offensive lines in our division. Probably it's up there. I'd have to see. I have to rank it later. But like even then or whatever, it doesn't really matter because it's like like they don't have the all the pieces. They don't. They're still a couple pieces off, and they gave away those pieces. To get some now. Like they could win now, and they're not going to. Not in my opinion. And any like Texans fan with some sort of like, logic in his head, not full on horns in his heart, can probably tell you the same thing.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna spend much time on this one. Texans just aren't. They're not ready to win.
Right.
They have way too many holes. So
well, they've been talking a lot of trash, man. So I had to get them.
That's what I'm saying. Like they talk a lot of trash, but there's literally nothing to back it up. So
yeah.
It's an easy win. We got it.
Yeah.
All right. So here we are. So this one right here is the one this is the one game this year that I'll probably go to. Hosting Monday Night Football against the Joey Burr-led Bengals.
I love this.
This is awesome. Let's get your reaction.
Yeah, man. I want to go to this for sure. Just because this is the AFC Championship game that I wanted to see. This is not because like Trevor Lawrence and Joe Burrow have history together, like going further than just the NFL. Like it was the college football days or whatever. This is like two young quarterbacks who been playing together. I mean, against each other for a long time now. So it's like. This has history. This has some stank on it, and I feel like they could if at Monday Night Football they could hype this up big time, man. They're gonna make this a huge thing. So definitely being a part of that crowd too, that atmosphere in Duval is gonna be super exciting. Yeah, this is definitely gonna be on my list to go to games. Yeah.
So what do you say, winner L?
So Burrow has Joe Mixon, the two wide receivers, man. I always forget the names.
T. Higgins and Jamar Chase.
Yeah. So now we got Calvin Ridley and Christian Kirk. I feel like are just as good. I mean, we pretty much got like really similar teams. We got ETN, 1,000-yard rusher. Almost like the same body build is Mixon or whatever. But I feel like Mixon breaks more tackles, but
yeah,
ETN's more elusive. So I think this comes down to coaching more than anything else or whatever, because talent's pretty much like equal across the board. And I think we got the better coach. And I think we got there's going to be enough games between it's week 13. There's going to be enough games for us to have our act together. Like the defense is going to know what to do by now. So yeah, I think the Jags win this one. I think the Jags win a Monday Night Football game against the Bengals. This is going to be awesome. Yeah, I'm definitely going to this.
Okay. So you got a dub?
Yes.
Out.
Oh man. I just thought about something. What if it rains? I want to see a shootout. I want it to be sunny.
Yeah. So I want to say we're gonna get the dub. Yeah, you know what? Screw it. We get the dub. I think it's gonna be two forces meet. think Joe Burrow right now is a better quarterback than Trevor Lawrence. Dang, my internet's cutting out. Can you hear me now?
You're back.
Okay. I think right now Joe Burrow is a better quarterback than Trevor Lawrence. But I do think we'll have the home field advantage, and I think that's going to make a difference. As we saw in the Chargers game that we were both at, which was awesome. And I think we get the dub. I think our first Monday Night Football game in like 15 years or something like that, I think we get the win.
Yeah, this is going to be awesome.
Yeah, I'm going to try to go to that game. All right, here we go. Oh, we got a comment from the Peanut Gallery. Josh Allen comment says, I think this hinges on the Jags defense. If the defense is improved, the Jags win. That's kind of where I'm at, like, because Joey Burr's so good. He's so good. But if we can kind of hold Joe Burrow back, I think we have a chance.
I hope it's like a high scoring, high shooting, like a shoot off or whatever. I hope it's like 40, to 42 or something like that. Like like and that would mean our defenses aren't that great, but I think our defenses are good. So they are going to be like a huge key factor in this or whatever. But there's going to be like year 2, week 13 in the system. So they're going to be they have to be better. If they're not, somebody's getting thrown under the bus at this point.
Yeah. All right. So here we go. Next week, we're at the Browns. So we're hosting a Monday Night Football game against the Bengals, and then we play the freaking Browns, man. Anybody need a massage? All right. What do you think? What did you take?
I was just noticing some. So like the furthest we go is London. Because it's like, So, and then Saints is not that far off, or Texans will be the farthest west so far because they got the 49ers coming here, and then the farthest north is Pickettsville, and then Ohio. So
what do you think?
Just why do the Browns suck so much? Like why? Why are they so terrible for so long? Like, what is going on, dude? There's got to be some sort of curse. I think somebody needs to, like, sacrifice a goat at the 50-yard line and, like, do some sort of ritual or whatever. This is ridiculous. Like, because I was just thinking, like, okay, they have weapons. Okay. But that doesn't matter. Like, I've seen, like, OBJ played for the Browns at one point, and they still sucked. Like they wouldn't open the fridges or whatever to let the people have beer and stuff like that at that one point. And it's just, I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't ever picture them winning. So yeah, the Jags win.
Jags win?
Yes, Jags win.
I think we go up there and we win. I think we're just a better team. I think just top to bottom, I think we're a better team. They have if Watson can figure it out, he might make it interesting. And then Chubb is a legit running back, one of the better running backs in the league. But I think we get the dub. So just like I said, I think it just comes down, we're better. All right, so week 15. This is another game that I might have to go to. Are you ready for this?
Yeah, what's up?
Sunday Night Football. We're hosting the Ravens, baby. That's 2 primetime games. Well, 3, I guess, if you include the Thursday. But everybody gets a Thursday.
Yeah.
We're hosting Monday Night Football, and then 2 weeks later, we're hosting Sunday Night Football. Let's go.
Yeah, you want to take this one for a second? I gotta.
Yeah, no, I'm good. So yeah, we're hosting the Baltimore Ravens, who have revamped their offense a little bit, and they also re-signed Lamar Jackson. But I think again, we are the better team, and we'll win this one just straight off of just being better. We proved it last year, right? We hosted the Ravens last year, and I went to that game, and we just beat them. And I think we're going to do it again. I think this year people are going to see Jacksonville is, in fact, a football town. And when you come here, you got to play the crowd too. So it's a dub for me.
That's an interesting take. I don't know. I'm so used to like going to Jags games and there not being a lot of people, but yeah, like the last couple of games last season, or whatever, it was like insane. Yeah, carrying that momentum, especially after if we get the dub against the Bengals. Yeah, I think that we have a really good chance of beating the Ravens.
So what do you think?
So I had to. Yeah, I think it's going to be a close enough. I like hope. Can I say like hopefully we eke out the dub? Whatever.
Listen, this is just our. This is our.
I know
our win predictions 1.0. So as we get closer to the season, we'll have different versions, right? So
yeah.
So what do you say, dub or L?
Man,
we beat them last year. We beat them last year with a team.
Yeah, but it was like so many things are clicking. It's like there's like these like momentum factors, and like it was always the Jags like started coming around and stuff like that. Whatever, like people were starting to get hype, and but yeah, man, yeah, I say we win.
Let's go.
Yeah. What do I got us at? We got like 2 losses.
Yeah, you're at 3 losses. So
okay.
All right, here we go. Next week, we are playing.
Breaking up a little bit.
Oh. We play at the Bucks. What this is interesting is we're both on the East Coast, right? But we're still having a later afternoon kickoff time. It's interesting.
Yeah. I got a friend that's a Bucks fan, man, so I'm probably gonna have to skip the Ravens game and then go down to this. Instead, because I haven't even been there. Raymond James Stadium.
Raymond James Stadium, yeah.
Yeah, Raymond James Stadium, okay. Seems pretty cool, man. They got a whole ship there or whatever, so it'd be fun to hang out with my friend or whatever and watch him as his team loses, and he gets all mad and stuff, and then I have to drive home and see my smiling stupid face like all the way back. I think it'd be fun, man. I think it'd be nice. So yeah, I think we win.
You'll win. I think so too. Regardless of who's at quarterback, whether it's Trask or Baker Mayfield, I predict they're going to be on one track for Caleb Williams. So this late in the season, especially, they're probably losing.
Yeah.
All right. So we got 2 games left. Week 17, we host the Panthers. Another rookie quarterback.
Let me think. So he's gonna have some time to get his stuff together. There's something about so Panthers are way more put together team than the other teams that have rookie quarterbacks. So I think we probably lose this one just because like when you game plan things or whatever, it's like you don't have a lot of we're gonna have some like considerable amount of tape or whatever this late in the season. I know you look like you hard disagree. Go ahead.
Yeah, they're not a good team. They're gonna have they have Frank Reich, right?
Yeah.
So they have a new coach, they have a new quarterback. They don't have a whole lot of really good position skill players. They might be better than the Texans, and I think we destroy the Texans this year. So
you think
I think
this is better than the Texans?
I think this is our second bye, essentially. I think this will be one of our easiest wins of the season.
Okay, so like if you were like ranking the teams that have a new quarterback right now, like you wouldn't put the Panthers like up there?
No, not at all.
So who can we just do that real quick? Can you just run through them? What do you think?
I think the Colts. I think just because the Colts have a better team already.
Right, but yeah. Yeah. So yeah, Colts.
So I'd say Colts. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was thinking like Colts, Panthers, then Texans.
Hold on, my internet's going out. So I'd say Colts, then the Titans.
Oh yeah, forget about them. Yeah.
Panthers, Texans.
Oh, see, okay, yeah, I can see that. Yeah, okay, you got a point. So if we're beating the Colts, if you guys beating the Colts so much, I think we just have like this like we have their kryptonite, so it's like that's easy. And I just don't believe in A-Rod. Like I'll say that. I still think we lose this for some reason. I don't know.
Interesting. Okay. All right. Cody has us losing. Maybe it's because we do think it's we look past them. Why do we look past them?
Yeah.
Because we play the Titans in Tennessee the following week. What do you think? This is the last game of the season. What's gonna happen?
This is gonna be a dub, man.
All right.
Yeah. We're gonna have more to prove at this point. We're about to go into the playoffs. You know, we got a chip on our shoulder. We just lost to the Panthers for some reason. We got to wash that off of us. Can't go into the playoffs with another L.
Yeah.
And plus, this is the division or whatever. We hate these people. Yeah. I don't like blue. Makes my eyes hurt. It stinks like mayonnaise in this stadium. I just want to get this dub and get out of here. So yeah.
Break the wrist, walk away.
Yeah. Sweep the damn leg, dude. Let's go. Jags by 50 in this.
Jags by 50. Yeah, I think what'll be interesting is I assume we'll have the division wrapped up obviously weeks before this. But if we had our seeding already wrapped up, there's a potential we might lose just because we might rest our guys, but it's the freaking Titans. So I think it's Jags by 50. Easy peasy. We take them outside and beat them like a rug. So this is interesting. I'm very optimistic. I have us going 17 and 16-1. I have us losing to the Chiefs, and then we win every other game. You have us losing to the Texans, the Saints, the Niners, and the Panthers.
Yeah.
So
Panthers is a trap game.
Trap game. I think,
and it's just because the Saints and the Niners or whatever. It's just because that gauntlet of not having a bye week.
Yeah, I know for sure. And again, this is just our predictions 1.0. This will adjust, as free agents get picked up, as training camp comes through, and how we actually mesh together as a team during the preseason. So a lot will change between now and the regular season, but I have us clearly being the 1 or 2 seed going into the playoffs. So I don't know. So what are your initial thoughts now that we've seen the entire schedule?
Oh, my daughter wants Tostitos.
Oh, are we sponsored by Tostitos?
What's going on?
If not, we can be.
Okay, you could take that and put it back in the refrigerator. I'll help you out in a little bit. Thank you.
What do you think, man? What do you think?
Super Bowl season, dude.
What? Okay, well, yeah, I like it. What are your thoughts on our schedule? What are your thoughts on what the NFL did for us? I think what you pointed out as far as location, super cool. I didn't even think about that. We don't go out west.
Right.
You're right. Like the farthest we go are the Texans, the Browns, and the Steelers, and obviously London. And I assume that the NFL did that on purpose because they're doing back-to-back in England. We kind of got to throw them both.
Giving us a Monday night and then a Sunday night, like a couple of weeks away too, is very courteous of them. I thought that we would have had a little bit more primetime games, but I'm really good with the two that we got so far. Especially like the teams that they play or whatever, because it's like they're going to be able to build a narrative around those two games.
Do you know the last time that we had a Monday Night Football game? Do you know?
No, I don't.
December 5th, 2011.
2011.
we haven't had a freaking Monday Night Football game. That's at home or away. We haven't played Monday Night Football. And that one, we got stomped by the Chargers 38-14. So, yeah. The NFL, the few years that we've had since 2011 that have been decent, they haven't rewarded us. But the NFL thinks that we are a legit team. That's what we're getting respect. This schedule, to me, what I get out of the schedule that NFL has given us, we're finally getting the respect that we've earned, right? I don't think we've earned it in the past. Even the Blake Bortles led team that went to the AFC Championship, I wasn't even fully believing into that, right?
Yeah.
I was excited, but there's something different about this team, and I think it's because we have a legitimate quarterback, we have a little bit head coach, and then everything else is working together. So it's nice to see us actually getting the respect.
They had John Malkovich doing like the commercial for the Jags Patriots game, the AFC Championship, and it was like the David and Goliath, and it was like, and so even then they were sort of like making fun of us. So they were like, this small little team, whatever, is coming out of this little city in the South, and they're gonna play like. And then Foxborough isn't even as big as like our stadium is, whatever. And so it's like, I don't know. Even then, we definitely. I can't even remember a time where like there was any sort of respect for the Jaguars. Like even now, like with just the schedule release, there's like, oh, you're going to move to London just because there's 2 back-to-back games over there, or whatever. It's like, come on, bro.
Yeah,
I think that people. And I think that like things start to turn around this season. I think, I think if we win both of our primetime games, because it seems like that's the only time that like sports writers and like newscasters and people on like shows, whatever, even watch football games half the time. Because it's like, the people that were talking about the Jaguars, this season, forgot what we did against the Chargers. Like that guy with they put us next to Kenny. Put Trevor Lawrence next to Kenny Pickett, whatever, in the list. It was like on the 6th, string and stuff, whatever. It's like he either did that for clickbait, which that worked, if that was the case. But I do not give him that much credit. I think that he just does not know that Josh Allen lost to Trevor Lawrence and Lamar Jackson lost to Trevor Lawrence, and the list goes on. So it's like, when does he get his credit? When do the Jags get their credit? Whatever. Hopefully after this season. Hopefully after we win the Super Bowl. And I'll see y'all down Main Street.
So what's interesting, the Jaguars currently stands, we have the 10th easiest schedule. And we only play 2 road opponents that made the 22 playoffs. So
strange.
We have a favorable schedule. Looking back on the schedule, we're running low on time, but what's one game that you're going to circle for one reason or another? Just give us one game.
I mean, the obvious answer is the Jags Bengals.
Yeah. Okay, let's pick one outside of the Bengals because I think everyone will pick that one.
Buffalo over in Tottenham, in the Hotspur Stadium.
Yeah,
just because. So it goes Falcons and then Buffalo, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I want to see like if it made any difference. If like staying there the whole week or whatever, made them better or whatever. I think. Like that game should be on the radar of a lot of people too, because that's going to be like at a peak point in the season, and that's going to show like how far that we improved. Because if we keep that close, keep that tight, whatever, and come out with that win, then it's like, what else in the schedule are you going to be worried about?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
I think for me, I want to say the Ravens, but it's so far it's week 16, so to me we are who we are by then.
Yeah.
For me, it would be the 49ers. I think that's going to be a massive test. Can Coach Doug Peterson keep his guys on track during the bye week? And can we prove ourselves against one of the NFC powers? Because 49ers, doesn't matter who's at quarterback, they're always a good team. So I think that'll be a very good litmus test. We've finished the gauntlet. We're back home, and we're hosting a pretty dang good team. So that's the one that I've got circled. Which one do you think would be an unexpected loss?
Yeah, the Panthers again.
Yeah. For me, it would have to be the Texans, hosting the Texans in week 4. We're better than they are, but we lost to them last year. We were better than last year, obviously.
Yeah.
They still beat us at home. So can we get over that hurdle? Kind of like the Colts just can't beat us in Jacksonville. We can't beat the Texans for some reason. So for me, I think the Texans, it could be a potential unexpected loss, although it kind of is expected.
I mean, it was mostly Damian Pierce last year, so it was like just showing up that the holes that we had in defense as far as like run stopping goes.
Yeah,
because we're, a lot of the people, whatever, just built around like sacking the quarterback and stuff. We have Hamilton, and he's pretty good, and he's, I think he has a breakout season. I think we got some key pieces in the draft that would help us on long. That was also in the beginning of the year, last year or whatever, when they came off the new system. Then they came out like pretty hot, and then they started to cool off and settle down and stuff like that, whatever. And then they picked it back up again.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's mostly our defense that I'm like concerned about.
Yeah.
Because if they chew up clock, and they're running on us or whatever, it doesn't matter if we have Trevor Lawrence if he doesn't have the ball. So
right. Yeah, and I think most people agree our defense is not near as filled out and established as our offense. So,
yeah.
And we didn't address it as I thought we should have in the draft. So we'll see.
If we reordered the draft to where we picked up some of the defensive players like first, it's a pill that's easier to swallow.
Yes, exactly.
So just because we got them in the later rounds or whatever, it's like, because when it started happening, we were like, finally, man. But yeah, man, I felt the same, and I don't know. If you'd like trust Doug Peterson or whatever, you got to trust the guys that he gets. And those first couple of picks were definitely Doug Peterson picks. So yeah, I'm rocking with Doug because he's rocking with us. So let's go.
So right now, DraftKings Sportsbook. Wait, is my internet? Am I here? Okay. DraftKings Sportsbook has the week 1 at home against the Colts. We're favorites. And the over-under is actually 43 points. So that's saying, we're going to average, 22 points each?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I don't see I guess I could potentially see the Colts putting up some points, but they have us favored by a little, but over under 43.5. So it should be interesting. I'm excited for this upcoming season. I'm glad to see that we're getting the respect that I feel like we deserved, that we earned, especially with the Sunday Night Football, hosting Sunday Night Football, hosting Monday Night Football. It's massive. And then being really nice to us with the schedule, and not that, like I said, that you pointed out, have a favorable traveling schedule. But
the internet's going out again.
Oh crap! Is the internet out?
Robot AIDS.
Did my internet just go out?
Yeah, it did.
Dang. No, I was just saying. I'm. It's just nice to see the schedule, respect, favorable traveling. We have a home game in England, but as Shad Khan's pointed out in the past, we make a crap ton of money off those games. So
right.
I'll take it. So, any final thoughts for you, Cody?
I'm trying to think of like where to park at during the Super Bowl parade.
I love it.
I probably want to get there early.
Yeah.
Man, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah.
I gotta figure out how to go to more games too, because this is like it was some exciting ones on there.
Yeah.
I really should have got season tickets this year.
Yeah. Yeah, those season tickets are probably gonna be selling like hotcakes after
this release.
After that release. Although it sucks that your home game in England gets taken away. So
is what it is.
But they gave us 2 freaking Monday Night Football and Sunday Night Football. That was massive. Massive.
The only reason I know this is like I'm gonna be honest. The only reason I haven't bought season tickets like yet, ever, or whatever, is because like those early games, brutal, man.
So hot.
The sun is baking us in those stands, dude. The teal color that they painted on the inside of the stadium has faded because the sun is just beating down so hard in there, and that is not a lie, dude. Like Jackson DeVille, like has to wear a whole costume, and I talked to him, dude, and he's like, I am dying in this thing, whatever. That's why he jumps in the pool after the game, whatever, so he could like not die. So I hope with the renovation and stuff, we get shade eventually or whatever. But yeah, and by the end, season tickets are not going to be as cheap.
Yeah.
So I should have just bit the bullet this year, but I did not know how cool the schedule was going to be. It seems so fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it. All right. Well, I don't have any other thoughts. Just appreciate everyone swinging by, and whether you're listening to us live or of the podcast. Dang, am I roboting it again?
Yeah.
Oh, dang it. All right, I'm just saying, appreciate everyone for joining us, whether you're live or listening to the recording. Really appreciate it. If you haven't already, please like, follow, share all of our platforms. You can find me at Matthew G Sports on Twitter. Cody, where can we find you?
At Cody Cole Gaming, almost everywhere. Streaming on Twitch, and you can find me on the Jaguars or Jags fan battle Twitter page too. And I'm trying to make like really cool content for everybody that goes on there. A lot of news breaks before I can even figure out what's going on. So it's not our page isn't about that so much or whatever, but I will retweet those articles just so you could be in the loop too. But it's about a little bit more creative stuff. So this podcast and other things or whatever. So please follow us. I followed a lot of Jags fans. Please follow us back. The Jags fans, for whatever, are stingy with the follow button. I don't get it, and I hope that everybody could just be cool, man. Just be cool.
Be cool. And don't forget, head over to fanbattlesports.com. That's where you'll find all the teams in the division and all the content from our sister networks. Again, thanks everybody for swinging by, and we will see you next time.